Hey, what's up, fishes? It's producer Tim out from behind the camera real quick. Just to let you know that this is a very special episode this weekend. By special, I mean a little bit different. The girls will get into it and bring you up to speed, but just wanted to give you a little heads up. It's gonna be a little different this week. Enjoy.
Welcome to Three Little Fishes. We're three sisters who grew up in the Midwest together, but have since spread across the country. I live in Los Angeles.
I'm in Nashville.
And I live in Philadelphia. We are all married with children, have all had careers, but now we stay at home with our families.
Join us as we share secrets and stories about being women, wives, and mothers.
We welcome you to laugh along, learn something new, reach out, and join our conversation.
So let's jump in. Welcome, fishes.
Hello. We have Mama Fish here.
Hi, everybody.
Stepping in for Nancy today. We're Fishes on the
Hello,
Road.
Mama
We're in Orlando,
Fish.
Florida.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yeah, we're visiting the OG of Fishes, Mom and Dad, at the Grand Vista Marriott Vacation Club. So we've had a great time the last few days, but we do have a fish down with the flu. So poor Nancy is not joining us.
Yeah.
And Mama Fish Renee decided to step in and help us
poor
out.
Nancy.
So thank you for that.
Yes.
She's on the mend, though.
So today we're going to do a little critique of our trip to Epcot we did a few days ago, and then we're going to review the book We Solve Murders by Richard Osman. But before we jump in, let's a friendly reminder to rate, review, share, comment on the Three Little Fishes. We love to hear from everyone. Really, we love it. So thank you so much when you send us an email. We love hearing from you. All right, let's jump in. The other day we went to Epcot. You know, it always tugs at my heart a little bit to go to Epcot, especially with Mom and Dad. Like, it just brings back a lot of memories and big feelings. And it wasn't super crowded, even though it was a holiday. I feel like there's some highlights and some spots I feel like you guys can do better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crowded, though. I mean, I was surprised. Like, there were people around you.
But I didn't
thought
feel
there would
like
be
a
more
fish
space.
in the stream. Like, I felt like we could get
Yeah.
around pretty easy. It wasn't horrible.
We still had to wait on the attractions. I was hoping we were going to be able to skate through some of.
They still have to work on their fast pass situation. It doesn't really work that well.
Yeah, those lightning passes are still not.
Well, and they're expensive, and then you don't get anywhere. So that's frustrating. But anyway, it was a good time.
Yeah. I mean, it's always fun.
Yeah.
You know what I do notice, and I was trying to be critical when I was going through, like, everything's clean, service is amazing, but it's also a little tired. Like, everything could use a fresh paint job. And a couple of the attractions we went on are tired.
You know, that's what I actually thought.
Like the crushed chalk, I mean, that is terrible. And it stopped twice, and it's so old and so dated. And with all the technology now, it could be so much better than it was. And even the aquarium was like a tiny bit tired. And I felt like,
Yeah.
you know, everywhere I went, it was like everything needs a fresh paint job and just like a little bit more zhuzh. But it's clean. It's well lit. It's very, like, everyone's friendly. Like, it's A+ that way, but like, it does need a facelift.
Right.
Disney, come on, get with it.
You know, the thing is that people that go there often, you need something new. Like you guys, because you have the
Yeah.
timeshare, you come down here regularly and you enjoy Disney because it is fun. It's usually a positive,
it's nostalgic
uplifting
for us.
experience. But if there's not something new, it gets kind of boring.
They're also getting a lot of criticism from people because it is so expensive.
Yeah, it's really expensive.
It is so expensive.
It is
for
expensive.
our day at Disney was like over $1,000.
Yeah,
And we just went to one park.
right.
That was tickets. That wasn't fast passes, wasn't
For
snacks,
food.
meals, anything.
Yeah,
So that's a lot for people
Right.
who are ordinary people who want to give the child the experience to your kids, which we love doing.
yeah.
We used to love to bring the kids there, and we knew it was expensive even
Yeah.
then, but it
I
wasn't
mean, they
like.
still were.
wow.
I don't think Disney's done.
But they need to step up their game because
Yeah, they
they're
do.
competing with other parks. Like going to Universal. We went to Universal
Last year.
the year before.
Okay.
we took one of the granddaughters to Universal. Man, oh man, it is all high tech, electrical. Everything
Yeah.
is wow,
Cutting edge.
cutting edge.
Yeah.
The Harry Potter things and all that stuff are like wow, and there was really nothing like that.
Yeah.
At Disney.
So to me, Epcot is amazing. I love the countries. I like the food, but like Canada is a drag. It's so boring. Mexico used to have great shopping. Everything is very like touristy, but they won't haggle with you like in Mexico. I mean, my thing to Disney is if you want people to keep coming, beyond just the nostalgia element of it, step up your game.
I still enjoyed my day at Disney. I mean, my only major disappointment was I wanted to go to the Frozen ride because I've never done it. And every time we checked on it, it was like 75 minutes. And then at the very end of the day, we thought, oh, we're going to like sneak in. And it was still an hour. I mean, no, who wants to wait in line for an hour? So that was kind of a boo for me. But I did enjoy our lunch at Japan. And I enjoyed actually Kissy Simmons when we went to the
I mean,
show.
that Broadway show was amazing. But even like I went into the exhibition at the United States, and I will say it leaves you wanting. Like they really, we have 50 states. Why can't they do regional like something about the United States that would really highlight how diverse and amazing the United States is? So that's why I'm saying I feel disappointed in Disney that they have not reimagined some of the things that they put in place.
Yeah, I agree.
50 years ago, 60 years ago. It's time to step up your game, Disney. So you've heard it here first.
You've heard it from the fishes.
So let's talk about our book, We Solve Murders by Richard Osman. And this is a one-off series. He's written the Thursday Murder Club, which I have not read. So this is my first book on him. And I felt like it was good, but it took me about halfway through the book to really kind of figure out the characters because he threw so many characters at me.
Yeah, there's so many. It's hard to connect.
He's interesting. His characters are interesting. I have read several of the Thursday Murder Club stories, and when he writes the Thursday Murder Club, as he starts in the beginning, each character has a chapter. Like he starts out with Joyce, who's the nurse, and then he moves to Elizabeth, who's the spy.
Okay.
And he goes to Ibrahim, who, and he keeps. So you get a chapter in the beginning that tells you
he kind of did that
all
here.
These people are characters and how they all live in this high-end retirement community. They're all well-to-do retired people. So, and they get bored. So, Elizabeth started the murder club because she was a retired spy, and there were some cases that weren't solved when she was either a policeman or whatever.
Right.
And so she ropes them all in, and they solve. That's their hobby.
Right. So on this book, I think he did try to follow a little bit of that formula. I just thought it was very slow out of the gate. I thought there were some very good glows. And I think he set himself up for this being the first book of like a multi-series.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a prequel.
Yeah.
But I will say he doesn't have any age discrimination. A lot of all these action movies like The Reachers and Mission Impossible and
they're
Jack
in their
Ryan
prime.
Are all young, starting out. Night Agent, all those are really young. And he doesn't have age discrimination.
Yeah.
Some of his characters, like in the We Solve Murders, they're young and middle and old.
Yeah.
In Thursday Murder Club, they're all older with some young people thrown in, like Donna, the police woman, is a young woman. So it's kind of an interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was, overall, I thought it kept my interest enough that I would read the next book in the series if he writes one.
There were a lot of characters to get to know, and at times it was confusing. But I really liked one character, Rosie D'Antonio, the famous author, because I thought she had like a good sense of humor. And she was always like, Stevie, like, what's going on? She kind of had a crush on him. So Yeah, I actually thought the book was pretty good, and I liked it towards the end. So yes, I would recommend the book.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is the fishes give it a thumbs up. Just push through the first few chapters and you will enjoy meeting this cast of characters in We Solve Murders. Stay tuned. Next week we will pick our next book on Three Little Fishes.
We want to thank you for listening to our podcast and letting us sisters jump into your day. Please make sure to follow, rate, and review us. Have a great weekend. Sisters out.